Hello, YouTube and Facebook listeners. This is DJ Nate with NDS Radio. Come back after, well, maybe a little more extended break than I wanted, but we kind of got caught up there at Cracker Barrel and all that stuff too, though. Actually, it's going to be in the weather here in a few minutes. It started snowing on us a little bit, so I guess Mother Nature, or AKA winter, is here. So I'll tell you more about that here in just a few actually a matter of seconds really though when we have the weather reports and stuff like that too though, and some of the news that I usually try to report stuff too though. For y'all that don't know that my casting and stuff too though, everybody has their signature like song or instrumental they do, and then they have their little news or whatever too though as well. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so for y'all that don't know, is mine's actually pretty much the Imperial March. Where their sound effects and stuff, we don't really have to pay, really anything. I don't think for them thing like that too though. But eventually, I'll be getting a music license here. Just got to pick out which one I can get and things like that too though. That way, I'm good with Facebook and YouTube, and we're all kind of a happy campers there for a little bit. So, without further ado, here's the news portion. Excuse me, news portion of the show here. Won't be on too long, but don't worry though. I'll be back on again later. Still not feeling too well. I kind of have these days, things like that too though. But I can reassure you though, once I get sit down and rest, just for a few things like that too though. DJ Ned will be right back here rocking the mic for y'all here a little bit later. So no big worries here. So here's the news and the weather. It started snowing there, and that was in Mount Sterling. So I don't know wherever you're all at there. It could actually vary though. The temperature is going to drop to around 34. Actually, it was chilly to be honest with you all day long. So that's what that is right there. At least this evening. Right around Monday there, it looks like partly cloudy with 35 degrees there. Really really chilly. I mean, like I said, winter I feel that's here. Tuesday, we got a mostly sunny with 46 degrees. Then we got another 46 degrees on Wednesday, and that is AM clouds and PM clouds. Now, like I said, I just usually do some of the highlights here stuff too, though. Trust me, this is from WKYT. I really trust them. They to me are the best weather team that I know of. So whatever I don't say here, though, you'll be able to catch them right on WKYT. That's 27 News First. So but now here at Thursday, here's the oh no, on Thursday here, PM snow showers. That's actually in the evening time there too though, is and we're at low at 30 though. That's below freezing, so trust me, we're going to be looking probably some stick in there too though. But Chris Bailey and all them, they do the best thing though, so I'm not going to try to mimic them. They are the best of the best, things like that too though. Really appreciate the WKYT what they do and stuff like that too though. That's why I do a little bit of this on my podcast show too, though, and everything to show my appreciation of them, though. So hats off to them and all what they do. With that being said, there we also got a little bit of news here, just some highlights, like I said, things like that too, though. The top stories here, though, is, and this is just a little highlights here too, is the coronavirus testing sites, and it says this is plagued long waits and lines, and the Omnicon surges is overwhelming and stuff. Now if you already know that though, then well, it's just a little bit of repeating though. I don't try to go into details stuff like that too though. That is on Fox News. You can do that stuff too though. Is a lot of these things like I keep telling people is Facebook and YouTube. They may not do it by choice and stuff too though. But there's certain things that cannot really be talked about. By people like me. I'm not saying they're belittling us, but or just podcasters, we kind of just stick to the talking and do kind of a little do with the walking. So that's just a little highlight there though. If you need know more information, actually I got this off of foxnews.com. So there's that part here too. Now also is for all you don't know, if you're just joining the podcast show here, is Miss Betty White passed away. I think it may have not been this past week, it may have been the week before, but one of the two there, though. She passed away at 99. If I understand this right, within 18 days, by that time, things like two, though, she would have been over 100. Um, News cassette says, though, that she passed away in her sleep. So, um, condolences to the family. Let's give them a prayer, though. Miss Betty White was also known for the biggest part of her career as in the Golden Girls. I used to watch that a lot. I loved the Golden Girls. Of course, her fellow Womanites, she would call them, they are, went home too. So she pretty much went home to be with them. So my condolences to Miss White's family, and she was one of my favorite actors, biggest one of the American actors that I know of. So, ladies and gentlemen, our hats off to Miss Betty White. Also, I do apologize. I think I'm about 3 or 4 years late on this one though, but I don't. Like I said, I just started doing this podcast in here just last week. So, this is actually kind of sentimental a little bit to me though. It's one of my favorite actors. For all you don't know is Mr. Sonny Landrum. Um, I will go and say this, so is he passed away at 76, and this was back in, this was, I think, if I remember correctly, I didn't write it down, was I think in August, I think it was around there. Is it August or September? I think it did say August there, and that was 2017. My apologies if you guys already know that or don't know that. Is I don't, like I said, that trust me, I just read it today and it kind of hit me hard because, and here's why. I met Mr. Landrum about probably about around 14 years ago. Um, did not know this. He actually was currently at the time a Methodist pastor in the Methodist Church. So Methodist people, he was a part of our ordinance, things like that too, though, orientation there. And the reason he is well known and things like that too is he also was one of the best American actors that people. He has starred in also a role with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll tell you that in here in just a minute. He also served or did movies also known as an American or Native American, because he was a real Indian. When I met Mr. Landrum and talked to him about for just a kind of a brief time, because like I said, he was a pastor, he was a busy man. And he's like that too, though, is come to find out. Actually, it was my dad that come over and told me that you might want to go over there. There's a movie actor over there, or he used to be a movie actor. And all it took me to look at him in the face and knowing his face, and I knew exactly what kind of role he played. For all well you movie nuts like me is, he played in the movie Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He played as Billy. So as I being a movie buff and us movie nuts is, Mr. Billy passed away. He played as the Indian, and the tracker actually was a tracker in that movie. So my heart felt to the family. I'm sorry if I'm 4 years. Well, if anybody that's listening knows anybody in the family though, because like I said, he came back to Kentucky. He actually is from Kentucky. Actually, come back here to the Methodist Conference here, and served the rest of his time as a well-known pastor. Like he really had a lot of profound ministry there too, though. And like I said, I met him about probably around 14 years ago, and he actually spoke a little bit there, though, and I can tell you right now that was one powerful man, not because he was a movie actor and he worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger. A lot of people, I know that I like Arnold Schwarzenegger just for the movies. Trust me. I mean, beliefs and everything too, though. I'm not into those type of things, but um, just not knowing that he actually worked with a big actor that still is in the movies today, though, I'm sure that it affected Arnold too when he found out what had happened. So, yeah, you'll be well missed, Billy, especially by me. I know I was a very short um, fan that you got to meet there for a short period of time, though, but I was one of your biggest, trust me. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sonny Landrum, aka for us movie nights, Mr. Billy, which is in the movie Predator. Our hats off to you. Now, there's a few things I'll just mention real here briefly. Like I said, I'm gonna be on here just a few because I'll be on a little bit later, a little longer, I promise. is it's just where I'm not feeling good. I mean, like I said, I'm having the after effects of COVID. So if you all can, just please keep me in your prayers as well as trust me, as well as people that are wore off of me. Trust me, they deserve. I mean, well, we all deserve the same amount of prayer, but what I mean is they will have my prayer as well. But having some stomach issues, I'll just leave it with that though. And really, the stomach is basically the issues that I'm have actually. Well, I have gastroparesis, that's diabetics. We're pretty much, as we say, the curse of the curse. You know, of we have that. We had have it as soon as the day that we have diabetes. It's just we have these flare ups. And when I got COVID, I think last year, I'm pretty sure it flared it up. But where it's got a lot of the acid reflux and just all the stuff that we don't surely want to dance with. Things like that too, though. It's kind of been hit me hard this whole past year. For all the ones that you know, also my friend Austin, he'll sit there and tell you that too, though, because he's been around me a lot too, especially during church. But I push myself to, I'm going to say the limits though, because when it comes to the Lord, I'm blessing Him now. I should have been doing it all my life, but but hey, I'm doing it now, and I'm going to definitely make it up to Him, and the Lord will keep me on my word on that one because it's just the way I feel now. It's why I have a feeling I'm led to do these broadcasts for you all, and be a little funny here and there too. Though I guess I got more comedy than I had in me, though. I feel like people go, "Oh wow, that was so funny," and things like that too, though. So, I mean, I'm always going to keep it clean. Don't worry about that. I don't do that nasty stuff that is just some of my favorite actors just like shocked me on. I'm sitting there going, "Whoa, guys, really?" I mean, but you still can be just as clean as anything and just as funny as anything, though, and just kind of keep going on with the show. But I also be speaking a lot of serious stuff. This is all. This is actually for the. I'm talking to the people that's actually just now joining the stream. Things I got two though. I'm also doing two streams at once as we speak, brought to you by one of the number one. Actually, I think it's my personal opinion is the number one broadcaster, and that is XSplit. Thanks you. Hats off to XSplit, please. Give them a hand though. XSplit is one that's broadcasting me to you guys right now, and also on YouTube, on my channel on YouTube. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a channel on YouTube as well. For those, if you got my number or something, text me that, hey, I can't find it. I'll send you the link there. To that actually, to the anything, and all you got to do is actually, I'm sure, favorite on there, and you'll have my channel there as well, though. But to be honest with you, with that being said, I mean, I may just talk maybe more about one more thing here real quick, though, just because, trust me, I'm going to be back on later. Because trust me, if I feel good, you guys are definitely enjoying the show because I'm actually really going with the topics here, though, But when I'm talking about topics, I talk about, like everyday, like what do we feel like? What do we do stuff like that too, though. So Facebook, I know, and all them, they're completely and utterly cool with me. They probably have interest. If they do, great, awesome. If not, well, at least I'm going with their rules because I'm a rule follower, not a rule breaker. At least I try to say that or try to be in that, things like it too, though. With us DJs, and definitely sure YouTube and Facebook is running into this. So they probably looked at us and probably said, we completely understand, but we still got to do our thing, which we understand too. It's a lot harder for us disc jockeys, and this is what I'm going to talk to you real briefly about. So the ones that are understanding is there's going to be a lot better music coming the way. I promise you that. There's not going to be no doubt. If you know anybody that's been to the festival with me though too, though, is I've not let one single person down, or at least I don't think I have. And if I did last year though, everybody always shows up again next year though. They're going to be, trust me, I'm going to be making up with even a better show. Um, some of the ideas, the reason I want to shoot this out is because we're 2022. Oh yes, yeah, yes. It's all be awesome. I am. I didn't think I was going to be as this pumped up. I'm pumped up about it. That's a good thing. Keeps my spirits up, especially being a little ill, like there are other people out there. Excuse me. Is this kind of some ideas I'm gonna shoot out there though, and you all inbox me now. For the newbies though, I'm sorry though, it's no commenting. This is kind of our rules as disc jockeys. Now the ones that have been listening though, they'll they know because is the reason we do it is, and trust me, you'll completely understand when I explain it. Is we've had a lot of dramas in the past with people saying just normal day stuff. They really would, and somebody taking it the wrong way, which I'm not saying it's their fault either. But because of that, they've gotten heated arguments. I'm talking literally fighting right there in the comment bar, and us itch jockeys, we just got to the point where we don't handle it anymore. We don't deal with it anymore. So no commenting, please. The comments you can comment, but you have only in inbox. So what I mean about that is don't no go and comment on the broadcasting though, things like that too though. But here's what's going to be exciting, and I'm going to try to work on this if I'm feeling better later tonight because I guess the less I'm talking, the more I actually feel better because, like I said, I'm subject to chronic migraines too. For those you that you have it all, you have them too, and everything. Know you know what I'm talking about. They're not fun. They're really not. That's something nobody wants to dance with sickness, but especially not these kind of complications. Um, Stay social distancing, please. I'm not a one for all that. I'm really not. But considering there's a new strain out, I'm going with the after effects here as well. And but just with those two things right there, though, that would automatically kick me in of saying, well, hey, he's got an excuse for saying then do for social distancing. If it wasn't for the COVID and everything, though, I wouldn't. Everybody could just just normal day lives and stuff. But please social distance if you're in Walmart or anywhere else. So now a person like me, where I'm having still a little bit of breathing problems because of the COVID, I cannot wear a mask. Now, for those that we can't really do that, we can get a written statement from, this has been by the CDC themselves, is from them, or the doctors, for matter of fact, though, is if we go in places that are requiring the mask and we show them that letter, whatnot, though, which you all probably know that everything know, is not really a law, though, but by regulations, they cannot make us wear a mask. But I don't have one of those yet. But like I said, though, I'm not one to hoop and holler about this and that, though. I mean, I have a lot of things to trust me, hoop and holler about, but um, I'm respectful to Facebook. I mean, and in YouTube, even when there's a forum, I'm not talking about even now, but when there's a forum in general, and if I don't agree with all their stuff, though, trust me, I'm still going to respect their rules and stuff because that's just how I am. So, Facebook, as you all know, by keep me on the air. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. As you all know that you could sit there and tell them, hey guys, he is Biden. We got proof of it. That's why we're keeping him on there. That's a big duh. So, so just for y'all know is by Facebook and YouTube. The reason I don't go into depth about a lot of stuff that the other news can, because they got what I don't cover, they cover. So I mean, hey, there you go. We are limited by rules and regulations. So, um, a lot of them we may think, oh, it's ridiculous, all this and that. These companies, well, there's a lot of times we don't know what it actually has happened. I mean, we may still think it's a little wrong. And this and that too, though, is which I kind of do a few things there too, though. But here's the thing, though, is deep down though, we always think though they do have a reason for doing this. So if it's for a good legit reason, especially keep fighting off. Thank you, Facebook and YouTube, for what you're doing is because you got a disc jockey here, as you know well already though. It's following your all's rules. And I will continue to do that, especially when I get the license and send it to you all. I'll even send an email to you all. I'm being honest. I mean, this is guys, this is not just NDS radio. This is Nate CJ service as well. I am committed. I am honorable. And the most of all is I am very, very professional. Point blank, period. I wouldn't be having a little radio station here. And I have my own. It's just through Facebook and YouTube, but still, it's a station. It's considered a station. In just general, though, it's on the air, though. It's just not your bigger, companies like that, though. Which I mean, hey, I like them. I want them to stay big. So I mean, I'll probably stay out of their crosshairs. So 94.5 is one of my favorites. And 96.9, Delilah. So um, is you guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Trust me, down the road, if there is such thing with who though I can get you guys to sponsor me or something though, I would be honored to do that if you guys could do that though. But poor DJ like me, you know, don't have a lot of money though, so that's a little bit of a wait though. But for all y'all do though, I appreciate it though. Is guys 96.9 and 94.5. Hats off to them. So with that being said, I'm gonna probably hop off here for just a good little bit though. I will be back on. I promise you that too. Though is just kind of look out on the news feed there. If you guys are a big face of nights, but I think that's they call themselves too. Though is you'll see as soon as the notification is supposed to pop up every time a person is live. To be quite honest with you though, it did on mine. I think over here on this end. Let me make sure here that it did do that. Let me see here. No, this time it did not do that. So, I am on the air though, I reassure you. So, yeah, so just keep a watch out a little bit later though. Like I said, I'll be on maybe a little bit longer tonight though, but the show will be the rest of the week will be, about probably just as big. I did go about 2 hours yesterday, though. It doesn't mean that will happen every single a day. But if there's a lot to talk about, if you know, especially if you guys are like, "Oh, it's awesome," as you know, you get me pumped up. So too, though, is well, then there's be some more topics, respectful topics, that is. Um, as the actually, no, I did just get a notification. I do believe. Um, Okay, I don't think that was it though. It's just maybe a message though, but that's okay. But if you don't get the notification though, I'll reassure you that I probably put a time on it. We're looking at right now, probably about the middle of the hour here on 5:14 though. We're probably might be looking maybe just a little bit more of a show. Left to though, probably about look for me about probably around 8 o'clock. So probably about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock around that, just that little time frame there. So there's your time loop there. Um, I'm also going to look for it. Like I said, I'm professional, so if I can find the professional equipment, I'm going to do it. If I can find maybe a timer, or a hour type thing, maybe counting down kind of thing, there is such things. Um, excuse me. That I could put on my site. I'm pretty sure there is. Um, if it'll let me do it on the news feed to where it'll still count down, I don't know. I think that might be what it is, but it's every time you look at it though. But on my end, I think where I put it on my pad, it should keep going. So I mean, if that's the case, then I'll just do it on the feed. But if not, I'll put it on there somewhere though, because then that'll be the solid one for the rest of the times I'm on anyway. So I'm gonna probably look in to getting a timer. So just kind of giving you, I mean, my like I said once, like I said, if you know my best friend Austin, he'll sit there and tell you I don't leave people in the dark. That's a no-no for me. If I did do it a couple times, that was because I wasn't feeling well. But I don't leave people in the dark because I don't like being left in the dark. But that's not the reason. I'm just not like that. So I'm your all's one true DJ. I'm not gonna say the only one, but one of this realm a little bit here though. You got some other great DJs out there. I'm not gonna step on their toes. These are ones. I think one of them's got a trailer and stuff like that too though. So he's done it a while. He's there. I mean he's those are the type of disc jockeys too though is we actually consider our basically our predecessors and things like that too. Though everybody's like, "Oh, so you copy them?" No, that does not mean that at all. That means that we study it, we watch them, we pretty much honor them in that way type of way too. Though because when they're leaving the DJ world, not the world itself, but leaving the DJ world and everything too. Those they got us guys to kind of pick up the kind of where they mean it or not, kind of pick up the thing there. So Nate's CJ Services is very, very professional when I do really anything. They'll this is the last part of the things I am telling you though. That's why I'm telling you all this so because it has to do with the service. Is when I do DJ things though, remember people, it is technology. There's no way around it. There's no, oh, it's going to be the best in the world. There is going to be hiccups. I did have a few hiccups though this past year at the festival thing too is at first I did have some people probably telling me to turn it down low, but guys, I'm being honest with you. If I was down there in those booths, I'll be blasting me out. I'm just saying though, they were not saying I'm just saying cruddy speakers or whatever. They basically were saying I had great speakers, but they couldn't hear. I mean, so if you all know Mr. Sergeant Bucker, which is one of the awesome cops we got there too, though, he could tell you. They even kind of looked at me like they were good speakers, but we also those are the type of those awesome speakers that we don't want to awesomely blow somebody out of their booth either. So I mean, yeah. So this year, I can reassure Mr. Sergeant Buckler there, as I've too though is I will. I mean, of course, they're probably not saying, oh well, you don't need to promise us that, but I mean, I'm going to be having some fun maybe this spring, kind of tweaking my board out. I mean, because it's like hello, it is my board, So I mean, like I need to look at least know how I use it. So I'm going to be tweaking around, see if maybe what other kind of things to do with it anyway. So I will actually what they do in concerts. I'm actually going to tweak it to where I think it's ready, and pretty much for the festival and things like that too. Though, so to get you all pretty much kind of out of your seats, getting excited, jumping down around that time, Nate's User Service will be there. It'll be an awesome show. Um, I'm not saying I'm gonna be so good that I'm never gonna have complaints. I mean, these aren't horrible complaints, ladies and gentlemen. They're really not. These are just these are people just saying they can't hear the order things got to though. That's not like, oh, turn it off. They're not saying that at all. These are still working hard people and stuff like that too though. So once I actually got it regulated, whether too though is I had even some people some in the booth and everything kind of shaking a little bit, dancing a little bit. So It's all good. It's, Days DJ service is professional. I am from Bethel, Kentucky. So I am very local and things like that too, though. So if y'all have an event coming up or have ideas for an actual event like the festival or Saturday in Carlisle or other events before that, please contact me. Um, it's either going to be via on this site that you're hearing me from or my booking site. I think the booking site, now, if the booking site has both, then just please do it on the booking site then. That's just easier. I have in one place though, but if not, then you do it on here though, because I don't want people pushing the booking button. Things like that too though, which is good if you know what you're doing. Like what I mean is you got the price ready and you want to do it. Um, but don't get me wrong though, if you do get an accidental thing there, just contact me saying, "Hey, DJ Nate, think you're good and everything though too though, but I accidentally pushed the button. I still need to talk to you about things. Don't worry, I'll delete that book on there too though. We'll work it out, things like that too though. And if you get still are concurring with it stuff too though, just push the book button back there, and you are solid. I've got you in the schedule and stuff too though. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is just how professional Nate CJ Service is. I'm also in my radio station here, which is NDS Radio. Basically the same thing, but I got abbreviated. It's a radio station. You kind of got to do that, right? So, with that being said, I'll just, I guess, pretty much say, well, we're going to take a big, extended break here. Just, like I said, just because I don't feel good, but you guys, I know, will reassure it and you guys will understand. But I can do it while I'm feeling better, type of thing. Is on days I feel bad, just expect a two-part show kind of thing. Like what I mean by show is like a broadcast show. It's a podcast show, yeah. Well, you know, guys what I mean. So enough of me rambling on about that. So with that being said, guys, even though it's that far away, I'm pumped. I am psyched about the festival. I mean, I think 22 is even going to be better. It was really good last year. And guys, it was just because of me. I mean, I'm telling you, it wasn't just because of me. The band was amazing. Mr. King and them, I'm telling you, they rocked the socks off people. That's how I say it, though. They rocked the socks off and things like that too, though. If people, if you know Mr. King and them, if they've even got a Facebook, send it to me or send them my link, whatever too. I love to add them though. But if they this is you can concur this to them if you though. You tell them that DJ Nate from Nate CJ Service said they rocked the house off because they were awesome. So it wasn't just me. It was a two-parter here of musicians. It was Nate CJ Service and Mr. King and his band. They were just awesome. I'm telling you right now, because you wouldn't have a full show without the other live band either playing though. I just did the first part of the show. I did a little, just between their breaks out, but the real dancing part of it, though. I'm not saying people wouldn't dance what I was doing, though, but hey, I like seeing people dancing, period. So, you know, um, not everybody's meant for, maybe for us disc jockeys, I mean, I'm not saying we go along the lines, we scare people, but, it may not be really into it, though, but I can tell you this right now, though, there still was people, I had quite a few smiles, things like that too, though, even though they didn't say much, though, as they still enjoyed the music. So, with that being said, guys, it was my pleasure and my honor to do the music in 21, and it will also um, be my pleasure to do it in Blackberry Festival 22. So, with that being said, I will either, well, I would normally say see you all, but is most favorite, one of my most favorite bounty hunters say, which is Patty Mayo. He usually says, we'll catch you in the next one, but, so he says, see ya. So, DJ Nate here, though. I'll catch you all on the mic in the next one. This is Nate, DJ Nate from Nate NDS Radio from Bethel, Kentucky.